Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. I'm Mike Atherton, and with me in the commentary box is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy, and the one and only Lord Gower.
Thanks, Mike. Always a pleasure to sit alongside you. I've just been taking a look at conditions down in the middle. And tactically, bowling first seems like the right move. The pitch is really set up for the bowlers, and runs will be hard to come by. Very cloudy, but any rain that is around is due to miss us.
Nice information there from David Gower. It's time for the toss. Let's join them pitch side to see who'll be batting first.
Despite the conditions, the captain is asking the openers to pad up. Might be a costly decision. The bowlers will fancy their chances of early wickets.
Players look ready, the umpires are in position for the first ball. The bowlers will want to focus on their line and lengths and let the ball do the rest.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding. That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
Markram comes out to bat in a bit of form, but it'll be interesting to see how they go today. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Nice bowling.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yeah.
Really good shot there.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Yes.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Gotcha.
Beautiful cover drive. A hint of movement in the air and eased towards the boundary.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
Yep.
Hit that hard. Nailed it.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
The left-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer. There'll be one run here for them.
Yep.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be four.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for four, driven away nicely.
Yep.
Right in the slot. Right where they like it. The ball races to the boundary.
No trouble at all to punch it away to the boundary for four. A poor delivery.
Great shot through the gap.
Got it well enough to get it away to the boundary. A poor delivery and a fine shot in the end.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot. Good appeal. Caught. One of the easiest catches you'll see.
That was a very good knock in the end. I'm sure a few more runs would have been better, but this has indeed been a good innings.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball. A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. Absolutely nailed it.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot. Driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
Punched out of the middle of the bat with great timing. It's raced to the boundary.
Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant. And that has stayed hit. Fantastic.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
No point running for that one. That was 4 off the bat. Beautiful shot off the front foot.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Just a little bit of room given and the power was immense. That has flown over the boundary.
Right out of the middle.
That ball has been hit. It has flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous.
Oh, what a shot that is off your first ball.
There was a bit of width on that, and they've climbed into the shot to send it up and over for 6.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Ooh.
That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over. Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
No!
Decisive running might have gotten to. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Yeah.
Thick edge. There's trouble here.
No!
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive.
Waiting.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Yeah.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
No!
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over. Going with spin now.
Yes.
Very sweet off the bat and 4 all the way.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Yes.
Well placed. Should get a single.
brings up the 50 partnership for these.
Solid partnership, 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score.
Yep.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early, and it was dispatched with aplomb.
Misses everything.
Nice bowling.
That spun a long, long way, and yet somehow it missed completely everything. A little late on that, no run scored.
Yeah.
They'll get at least one.
Keeper.
Good return there, back from the deep.
The batting side are now on 1.
Narayan, the spinner, coming into the attack.
The new bowler into the attack for the Kolkata Kids.
Yes.
Picks the gap perfectly.
And that brings up 50 runs for this batsman.
Brings up the half century with that shot. It's been a good innings so far.
Yep.
Immaculate timing there.
Markram got it into the gap and the ball did the rest. Brilliant shot.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed.
Yes.
If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Full and good night. Just leant on that. Didn't have to do much and got 4.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
That's a wild one.
Bold.
Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Yes.
That's off the middle of the bat.
Pushed onto the front foot and presented the full face of the bat.
Narayan shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now.
Yep.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
That races away to the boundary. A beautiful shot off the front foot. Just textbook stuff.
The captain now has 3 more fielders to work with outside the circle. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yeah. No.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep.
Yes.
Strokes it languidly away to the fence. A lovely shot.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Lovely. Looked a good slower ball.
It was an excellent change of pace. Markram not picking up on it at all.
Nice bowling.
It looked a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire, though, has given it as a wide.
Yeah.
They'd look for a couple here.
Keeper.
A couple on offer here.
Well bowled.
That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Yes.
Caught, gone.
Well, they lose the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds. And you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
The right armour is coming into the attack from the north end. Couldn't get it through the field.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Nice shot, runs possible.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yeah.
Good throw from the deep, on target.
Chance to run two.
Keeper.
Good return, back from the deep. Surprised they didn't go for a third. Would have been a very simple run.
Huge appeal. Nicked it.
Just threw the shot too early.
The Knight Riders found some good rhythm in that over. They'll want to maintain it going forwards. Nice shot.
You give that much width and you are asking for trouble. That was so well timed, it flew over the boundary.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
The runs are starting to come now. Really good shot for 6. This innings is starting to build. Oh, there you go. A no ball. Maybe just trying a little too hard. Just need to get more control back.
They'll want to make use of the extra delivery.
That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Doesn't want to bowl it there. Overpitched and helped to the boundary.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
Middle that one. Great timing.
That's just a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
That's really high. Don't think anyone is close.
Well, that was a very solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
That's the end of the over. Just magical batting. Nothing the bowler can do but watch as the ball goes all over the ground. Struck it nicely. Could go to the boundary.
The batsman brings up their half-century.
That is an amazing half-century. Just mammoth stroke making. Such an impressive stint at the crease so far.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
No! Yep.
Brilliant shot, that.
Quick to get onto that sweep. It was beautifully placed and beautifully struck for 4.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away.
If that had been thrown to the other end, I think you'd be looking at another wicket for sure.
Yep.
This should be close.
Those runs bring up the 50 partnership between
That's the 50 partnership between these two, gaining some momentum nicely for the team.
into the attack.
Russell, the pace bowler, coming into the attack.
Yep.
Good batting. Get an opportunity to score and take it.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep.
Right off the middle of the bat.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Yep.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yeah.
Nicely played.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
Yep. Go.
Nice running between the wickets, clipping the pads, not the bat though.
Yep.
Finds the fielder with that shot. Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive.
187.
The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the north end.
Yeah. No.
More decisive running may have gotten them 2. You look at that and I would say they would have made it easily. They need to be a little bit more switched on than that.
Yep.
Hit that hard. Nailed it.
Gets onto the front foot and that shot is full of aggression. Sent high and long over the rope.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Yeah. Keeper. Yep. No.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Ball.
They're It looked like a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire's given it as a wide.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
There was a split second to decide which end to throw to, and in the end, it was a poor choice.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over, that one. Too many loose deliveries.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watch that in awe.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Yep.
This could be trouble.
I don't think there was any bat on that as they come through for the single.
Yep.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Bowled, perfect Yorker, brilliant bowling.
That was a real shame. That was a brilliant innings. Really was heading towards something special. A good wicket to take at this stage.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket.
Keeper's ball.
And with that, they're off the mark.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. Johnson coming back into the attack. Beaten on the drive.
Surely that's got to be called a wide. It's completely out of reach.
Yeah.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Yep. Yeah.
Good pickup. Big chance.
Into the 14th over. The batting side are
Russell
now
from the
three
south
for
end.
219.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Bowling.
Didn't hit that well. Very late in playing the shot.
Yeah.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Yep. No.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Misjudged that and takes a hit on the body. Chance. Could that be out? Looks so.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. Miller, whose first task is getting themselves settled.
Keeper.
Easy does it. First ball and gets some runs.
Yes. No.
It's off the body rather than the bat, but gets through for one.
An inexpensive over ends and a wicket coming from it.
Yep.
Confident appeal. Could it be? Big appeal. Could well have been missing the stumps. Certainly wouldn't be the worst review.
How close is that? Could be the wicket. Looking good so far, no issue with the bounce. Clearly impact in line, not much to argue there. Puran has to go, ends up being a waste of a review. Starting to get really interesting now. That's the fifth wicket and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
It wasn't a great decision to start with. Not surprised to see the umpire's decision stand.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Blocks that ball out of the way with the pad.
An innings that promised much and really in the end delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board.
Well, another chance to bowl that one. Really can't have been wide by much though.
They'll get at least one.
Decisive running might have got them two. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Misses everything.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
That sees the completion of the over. A good one too. Not many opportunities to score.
Nice bowling.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Well bowled.
Well, that's perhaps a little harsh. I felt it wasn't that wide.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
Bowler.
Good return there, back from the deep.
Got that away nicely.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding.
Yep.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Yeah, yeah.
Big shout.
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now you need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease.
The right-handed batsman is coming in.
Drives and misses everything.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Gee, they're bowling well at the moment. They complete another very good over. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the north end.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Bowler's in. No.
Bit of miscommunication there. They got back in the end. It would have been a high-risk second. Not sensible.
And gone straight to the keeper.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down, really didn't get settled and looked to be in trouble for most of the knock.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
That shot allows them to get off the mark.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running. Well, that's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot, just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Well, that was another good over. You can see the frustration growing on the batters.
Yep. Nice bowling.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
Yep.
They'll push hard. Should get back for 2.
And they're away and nicely off the mark. Umpire signals wide. Such a poor delivery. Really need to work out what actually went wrong there.
Yep.
Oh my, that's racing away.
No.
Well, they were moving quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were going to go again. In the end, I reckon that would have been just too risky.
Yep, yep.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Yep.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
Yep, yep.
Picks the gap perfectly.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch.
Yep.
And as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Yep, yep. Nice bowling.
Oh yes, the slow one beats the bat. Didn't pick it out the hand. That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yeah. Nice bowling.
A little late on that. No run scored.
End of the over, and again it's a good one for the bowling side. Not letting batters build any momentum. It's been a fantastic display of batting that we've seen. It'll be a tough ask to chase down a total like this, but the pitch is still looking good. Just need a good start. This is a massive total to chase. You have to stay positive, but the openers are going to have to get at it straight away. There can't be any settling in.
Yeah.
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple. A couple on offer here.
Good return, back from the deep. Good runs, good shot, first ball of the innings.
Big edge.
Gurbaz shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Yeah.
Massive edge. Misses everyone, and that's racing away. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Waiting.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Just threw the shot too early.
Wait.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary. Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
4 runs added in the over. The Night Riders are none for 4. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Yeah.
Straight to the fielder.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Waiting.
It's getting to where this is becoming a problem. It's obvious it isn't out, but they appeal anyway.
Yeah.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
The timing, unbelievable. Got the width they were after and nailed it to the boundary.
Waiting.
Timing just a little early on that occasion.
Saw that early. No one's catching that. Great shot.
Too wide. It was there to be hit, and it was really given the treatment.
Oh, nice.
Not a great shot in the end. Practices the shot again. Just need to keep their head down now. That's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Gerbaz will be frustrated with that shot. The ball was there to hit, but couldn't find the gap.
Good bowling, kept it nice and tight, and made it hard to score runs. Bowl disturbs the furniture.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
At number 3 for the Kolkata Kids.
Yeah.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
Yep.
Smeared away. Don't think it'll go all the way.
Quick to get onto that sweep. It was beautifully placed and beautifully struck for 4.
Yeah.
Great shot. At least one on offer. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
Middle that one. Great timing.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter, right at the top of their game.
End of the over. The Knight Riders are 1 for 27.
Yeah.
Edged.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive. A bit of shape on the ball as they let it go through. Tailed just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper.
Yep. Waiting.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Wait.
Beaten on the drive.
Rollins.
That's the end of the over. 2 runs added. The Knight Riders are 1 for 29.
Oh, didn't get the feet moving. Played down the wrong line. Threw the hands at it. Got nothing on the ball.
Yeah.
Hit that hard. Nailed it.
Found the middle of the bat. Great timing. Lovely front foot shots that's raced to the boundary.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
That showed great skill. Lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
Waiting.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Well, not a great delivery. Got it full. Lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yeah.
Brilliant shot that.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
Yep.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over, that one. Too many. Loose deliveries. And with that, 5 fielders can now be put outside the circle.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Waiting. Yeah.
Oh, that is a great catch.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into the fireworks as we would have hoped, but still, solid work.
Yep.
End of the over. 4 off it. The Knight Riders are 2 for 46.
Waiting. Yeah, yeah.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Edged it. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Well, not the best fielding, has a shy at the stumps, but they were well safe. And to add insult to injury, the ball flies to the boundary.
Yeah, yeah.
Too full. Got what it deserved. Ten runs added there. The Knight Riders are 2 for 56.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
That spun a long way. Very, very lucky to miss it, if I'm being totally honest.
Yep.
Good precision with a throw back from the deep.
Yep.
They'll get at least 1.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
Yep.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running. Just threw the shot too early.
5 runs added in that over. The Knight Riders are 2 for 61. Ahmad is coming into the attack. We'll see the left armour from the north end.
Yeah.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep.
Decisive running might have got them two. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Wait. Yeah. Yep.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Wait.
Catch!
Oh, yeah.
Caught and bowled.
So that's the third wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
Yeah.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Surprised they didn't go for a third. Would have been a very simple run.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Keeper's ball.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
Wait.
Collects that one. Simple as you like inside the ring.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be four.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
Wait on.
That sees the completion of the over. A good one too. Not many opportunities to score. Ahmad from the north end.
Yep.
Was that just a bit lazy with the running? Usually there'd be two there. Need to take a bit more initiative out there.
Yeah.
Good return there, back from the deep. Decisive running might have just got them two. You look at that and I'd say they would have made it easily. Poor running in the end.
Yeah.
Really good shot there.
Oh, good running. It needed to be as well. That's probably a lot closer than they expected.
Yep.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot. Good running.
Yep.
Couldn't have played that any better.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
Wait there.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. That's the over. The Knight Riders are 3 for 86.
Waiting.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Yep.
Good throw from the deep, on target.
Immaculate timing there. End of the over. 5 runs coming from it. The Knight Riders are 3 for 91.
Yep. Bowler's end. Waiting.
Gone.
Yeah!
Brilliant diving catch. They made it look so easy.
After all that effort, they just couldn't manage to go onto the 100. They'll feel like they've missed out here.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Ahmed with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up. And with that, they're off the mark.
Yeah.
Beautifully played through the leg side off the back foot. A couple on offer here.
Yeah.
Nicely taken. Quick to latch onto it.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Get the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, and will want to show everyone their strength.
Yep.
Good batting, get an opportunity to score and take it.
Singh gets off the mark.
Yep. Keeper.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Drives and misses everything.
Khan with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messed everything up.
Picks the gap perfectly.
Manipulating the field, asking questions of the opposition captain as they take a single.
Yep.
Massive edge. Another really good over comes to an end. The batters just haven't been able to cut loose in the last few overs. Markram coming into the attack from the north end. Wow, that's missed the lot.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Doesn't want to bowl it there. Overpitched and helped to the boundary. Right off the middle of the bat.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Nicely fielded on the boundary.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
There'll be runs here. Really? That's just wasting everyone's time.
Yep.
Right out of the middle.
Perhaps that slipped out of the hand a little during the release. Singh didn't mind and sent it high and handsome over the boundary rope for 6.
Timed that brilliantly.
That's a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Yep.
Nicely played.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
Caught. What a position to set there. A brilliant catch.
Really getting towards the tail enders now. 6th wicket gone. There's not a lot left in this lineup.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back.
Yep.
They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on. There'll be 1 run here for them. Johnson ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps. Edge. Amazing delivery.
Johnson shakes their head. He was there to be hit but couldn't make the most of it.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yep.
A beauty. Brilliant catch.
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring.
Great shot. At least 1 on offer.
That gets things going. Getting your first runs always helps settle the nerves.
Beaten on the drive.
Nice ball.
That looks like an attempt to drive that one away, but poor timing and missed everything.
Yep.
Great shot.
What a lovely shot, and it flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling.
Yep.
Super shot that.
Brilliant shot. You couldn't hope to hit it any better than that. It's raced away to the boundary.
Brilliant diving stop.
Not a great delivery. Got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Punched out of the middle of the bat with great timing. It's raced to the boundary.
End of the over. 13 runs coming from it. The Knight Riders are 7 for 142. Misses everything.
Nice bowling.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
Yep, yep. Well on.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep.
Big edge.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Yep.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep, yep.
End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. The Knight Riders are 7 for 149. Ahmad to finish this innings. Great shot, great timing.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Huge edge. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Yep.
Confident appeal. Could it be? The keeper seems convinced this is out. Could be worthwhile sending it to the third umpire.
Nothing picked up from the bat. This could spell trouble. Pitching in line, just a case now on if it's hitting the stumps. The decision will stand by the narrowest of margins. And it's unfortunate in the end, but if you're the batter, you're still there.
Not the best decision to review that. The umpire has got it spot on.
Yep.
Another one, 8 wickets gone. You feel it's just a matter of time now. A few decent deliveries could see the end.
From all of us in the commentary team, I hope you've enjoyed the match. It ended up being very close. Hope to see you soon.